Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 2021 Bronco Super Celebration! Beautiful. Beautiful. Ah, so beautiful. Welcome to the Bronco Super Celebration live event. We just did the Bronco applause and set off some car alarms. That's how beautiful it was. If you aren't here, you need to be here. This is the greatest Bronco event in the country. There are Broncos from all over the U.S. that are here today. The new Broncos are here representing. We got the Bronco Sports here, and people from just everywhere who own a Bronco, who don't own a Bronco. We're here in the Bronco Nation booth. And this is the front and center of the Bronco Super Celebration, is the Bronco Nation booth. We're going to talk to Esteban real quick. Esteban is the brand manager for the Bronco, and I love how Ford has embraced the Bronco community, has embraced what is happening with this crowd here. We are a bunch of Bronco enthusiasts. So what does Ford do? Ford's like, hey, let's send 18 Broncos to the Bronco Super Celebration so that people can ride in them, so that people can get their hands on them. Here in the Bronco Nation booth, we did a bunch of demos where we took the doors off, we took the top off, and we let people actually see what it felt like to do some of this stuff. So Esteban, come on over here. Everyone give it up for Esteban. If you don't know, Esteban is the reason that you all have a Bronco, a new Bronco. So he's saying it's not true. It's totally true. He has, piece by piece, built this, put every nut and bolt together. And, no, you guys act like he has, but he really has not. Esteban, we're here at the Bronco Super Celebration. What's kind of Ford's footprint been here, and what have you guys been doing?
Yeah, so we've been doing ride and drives here. We have Bronco Sports and full-size 2- and 4-door Broncos. We have, I think this is the first time in public where we've had every Bronco series on display.
Nice.
And I think we have every color here except for lightning blue. So very excited for everyone to be able to see them in the flesh, all next to one another, be able to ride in them, be able to drive the Bronco Sports, get a little seat time, and get excited for what's coming.
Nice. Now, right here, we have the 2-door Outer Banks in the antimatter blue. What is the thing with the Outer Banks that kind of sets it apart from some of the other Broncos? And what is, what's unique with this one?
Yeah, so there's a couple things that are unique to Outer Banks. First and foremost are the body color painted accents. So the mirror caps are painted body color. The door handles are painted body color. And when you get a non-Sasquatch version of the truck, the fender flares also get painted body color. So a couple cool unique accents there. Something that's a little bit unique about this one, it does have the modular front bumper up front, which I think everyone has seen. But because it is the Outer Banks, this rear bumper has not been in public a whole lot, but this is the standard plastic bumper that comes on the truck. So something to definitely check out if you are considering not getting a Black Diamond or Badlands series that has the steel rear bumper. And then inside the truck as well, definitely everyone should come take a look, but it's got the navy pier interior, which is definitely, especially with this antimatter blue truck, I think it works really nicely with the body color accents that come through on the door, and ties in really nicely with the blue dash topper and the blue seats as well.
What year is this?
This is a 2021.
Is it?
Yep.
We got one ordered.
Nice.
You got one ordered?
Yeah.
All right. Very nice. Well,
Here next month.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
That's a Badlands.
This is the Outer Banks. Yep,
Yeah.
yep.
The Bad. What'd you get? Hey, Badlands? No.
We are live at the event, you know, and people are just asking questions. That's how it's been the whole time. I've done a couple of these where we've actually done demos of stuff coming off and taking the doors off, and it's hilarious. Like one guy just came up and he started rubbing the rooftop, and I'm like, yeah, we're just rubbing this right now, aren't we? We're going in there. We're getting in there. Well, Esteban, thank you so much for getting all this together, getting this here. Give a round of applause for Esteban and the entire Ford team. We are so thankful for you guys, thankful for your presence here and for all that you do for the community. I really appreciate it.
Thanks for coming out.
Yeah, all right. So now some of you might have seen, you know, if you weren't at the event, you didn't see it, but some of you might have seen, I took a stop at the Dollar General for a day because my Bronco died. And, you know, a note to everyone, when something happens like that and you think, hey, I know what this is, it's the fuel pump, you know, everything else is working, but I'm not getting fuel. When you think like that, why don't you first go and check the simple things, you know? Don't go straight into digging into the fuel pump and removing your fuel pump and replacing the lines and trying to get a new fuel pump to work, when really you should check your fuses first. You know, yeah, it was the fuses. So my fuel pump has a 30 amp fuse and my Edelbrock has a 30 amp fuse. They don't. No, I had to go down to Ace Hardware. Or actually, I need to give credit where credit's due. John Parigi, he was helping me out. He went down to the Ace Hardware, got a bunch of stuff, got me a new fuses. Thank you, John Parigi. And because of that, my Bronco is here. But yeah, so I do have the Bronco here. Soon I'll be posting some videos on putting the transmission back in it, doing the rear main seal, and replacing the rear yoke on the Dana 20. So make sure to check that out if you haven't yet. Nashville Early Bronco on YouTube. Well, over here we've got some new faces. We've got, tell me your name, sir.
Drew.
Drew, and what year is your Bronco?
This is a 74.
This is a 1974. Now, I think it's super cool. I mean, this thing is a beast, and I'm going to have Drew talk a little bit about it. But what I think is super cool, Drew and his family just moved here from Southern California. So this is his wife and their 2 kids, and they just moved to Knoxville. So they are here and joining the East Coast Bronco family. But Drew, tell me a little bit. I'm going to let you hold the mic. Tell me a little bit about the Bronco.
Oh gosh. Well, we got this Bronco and it was completely stock. So it's stainless 60 front, 14 bolt rear, 408, C6, Titan black box to a 205, twin sticks. That's pretty much it. That's everything. It's a work in progress. Every time I know you break something, you go out and upgrade it, and that's a lot of money. And but she loves me still.
Nice. And you know, this is your first Bronco Super Celebration on the East Coast. What is some of the differences West Coast to East Coast that you've seen?
Oh gosh, there's trees here.
Yeah.
West Coast to East Coast, just wheeling the mud.
Yeah.
West Coast is just all sand and rock, and you stick to everything. So these tires don't do the greatest out here. But other than that, much larger crowds here. I never went to the West Coast Super Celebration. It was SoCal Broncos down home. Yep. And just my little crew of 4 guys, and we all had different rigs, and they're all jealous of me.
Yeah. That's awesome. That's awesome. And I know you said it. What size tires do you have on here?
Those are 40s.
40-inch stickies? Are they red label? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty sweet. I mean, how many of you have dreamed of putting 40s under your Bronco, and can I make it work without having to cut that much? That's what I've thought, but it's
You cannot.
That's what I'm finding. Well, this thing's awesome. Seeing it drive through here, it looks pretty sweet. And welcome to Tennessee. and glad you guys are here for sure. Well, moving along back here, going to come back here, getting into some of these later Broncos, but this one I feel like is super cool. Sir, what is your name?
Spencer.
This is Spencer, and what year is your Bronco?
It's a 90.
90, and okay, there's a lot that he's going to go into with this, but talk about what have you done to this beautiful blue 90 Bronco behind us?
All right, so it's got a Desolate Stage 3 pre-runner kit on it. I like to call it kind of like a pre-lander because we don't really, we don't pre-run out here in East Tennessee. So it's got long travel kings in the front. It's got cut and turned beams from Desolate. We 9-inch swapped the rear Yukon gears, ARB air lockers. It's been swapped from an automatic to a 4-speed. Trying to think. Pretty much everything underneath the truck has been replaced. So it goes pretty good. I haven't been able to jump it yet, which is I'm waiting to fab up some dash mounts so I can jump it and not crack the dash. But yeah, I want to give a shout out to my dad because he helped me build it, and he spent so much time wrenching on this thing with me. I ended up giving him a Bronco of his own as a thank you gift because
Where's Dad? Where's Dad?
Well, he's not here. He's
okay.
He's actually probably driving Rich Mountain right now. So
Nice.
Yeah, if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have got this thing done. So thanks to him.
That's awesome. And where are you guys at?
We're from Maryville, so we're just right down the road.
Yeah. Okay. Maryville, represent. Yeah. There we go. Maryville represent.
Maryville, come on, Maryville.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's awesome. This thing, I mean, it just looks beautiful. I think you did a great job with it. It looks really nice. Okay, we're going to keep moving here. Try to keep a timely fashion. Where'd you go? Yeah, hey, there you are. Come up here. All right, sir, what is your name?
My name's Billy.
This is Billy, and what do we have here?
We got a 1966 wagon.
1966 wagon. This thing is super nice. All right, here, we'll face here because everyone at the crowd is all over here. Talk me through what have you been doing to this?
Well, I put a Explorer engine, a 5.0, went with a 23-gallon gas tank and disc brakes on the front, and basically just trying to drive it every day as much as I can, especially trying to do some long trips. And got a few little upgrades when I go back home. Then we can get back on trails and have some fun.
Now, did you do all the work yourself,
Yes.
or okay? Nice. And what was your favorite upgrade that you've done so far to this thing? Hold the mic close.
It would probably be the brakes.
Yeah? Why?
Because you can stop. If you look over on the driver's side, there's a little ouch.
Nice. Yeah. I mean, and you did disc, right? 4 disc or just front?
No, just the front, but it is going to have the rear disc brakes when I get back.
Yeah. It really is a nice upgrade to get disc brakes. To get them, the difference is almost immediately felt, and you're like, oh wow, okay, like it's a pretty big jump. We did a couple videos with the James Duff guys on how long it took us to actually stop, and the stock Ford drum brakes. I think it took us like 90 feet to stop from 45 miles an hour. And then just upgrading to like a GM swap disc brake kit was like, took us down to like 60 feet or something, you know. And then we went full on with their monster kit and did all this stuff. And I think we got down to like 35 feet. It was crazy. Definitely check those videos out.
You do some good videos, and I laugh all the time. But yeah, keep them up, man. That's I think all the community likes watching them.
Oh, I appreciate it for sure. Well, thank you. This is beautiful. Definitely come look at it. One of the things that I loved that he said was like he wanted it to look off-road but still have a stock feel, and I think he did a great job with that. All right, here we go. These two. These two right here. Man,
we get that a lot.
how many of you guys have, like early Bronco owners? Show of hands. How many of you are early Bronco owners? You got an early Bronco? Nice. How many of you early Bronco owners are like, why didn't I get a 78, 79 Bronco? I know I have. I'm looking at them and I'm seeing them. Yeah, why not have both? That's right. That's the way to go. All right, sir, what is your name?
Jay Gerch.
And what is your name?
Justin.
No last name?
No, I just That's all I know him by. I think 2 years I finally learned his last name. So.
And what is the infamous social media handle that everyone knows you by?
Montana Broncos.
Montana Broncos. Got some swag going on over here. You got his own fan club going on. Man, it's a pretty awesome thing. Okay, who's going to talk about this?
Jake's mostly going to talk about it.
All right, Jake, tell me about this. Give me a little history and what you guys have done.
Well, we kind of argued whose Bronco it was. We had this talk earlier because I'm from Montana and I couldn't make the drive out. So I flew out and I kept telling Justin, he's got 3 of my Broncos right now. I told him, Justin, I need a Bronco. Justin, I need a Bronco. And I'm like, but it's got to have my stripes on it. So actually, this is a 78. It's a 400 4-speed. And it did come out of Billings, Montana. So it's kind of a Montana Bronco, even if I don't own it all the way, right?
Yeah.
And they put these stripes on it, I think, like 2 days ago. So I said, it's got to have some stripes. It's got to have some stripes. So that's the Montana Broncos signature sunset stripes there. It's got a fresh interior. You haven't seen the Cruiser, have you? You've seen the Cruiser Coyote Bronco? So it's got the same interior as what we put in that Cruiser Coyote Bronco. It's kind of a, period correct, but it's plaid, kind of retro looking. And then for those of you that like Hickey aftermarket accessories, you've seen some of the Hickey racks, grill guards. These are actually Hickey wagons that have been spruced up a bit, so kind of a cool feature. Running BFGs. It's a quad shock truck, so has a good stance and good running, good driving machine.
Nice. Now, tell me a little bit. What was it that has, or before, Jake, Justin, Jeremy, Justin. Is there anything you want to add about the Bronco?
He hit it in the nail on the head pretty much.
It's pretty good, pretty good. So what is it about Broncos? What's the draw for you, and why are they so special?
How long did you want this thing to be here?
I mean, yeah, keep it short. Keep it short.
Well, it's like I was telling somebody earlier, my first vehicle was a Bronco. In fact, there's an 83 here that's maroon and white, and that's what my first Bronco was. I bought it when I was a sophomore in high school in 1994, so that's how I got into Bronco. But I was born in 1977, the last year of the early Bronco, and I graduated high school in 1996, so it's like Bronco's part of my life sketch. But no, I've just been into Broncos, been playing with a lot of them. I own one of every generation. I like them all for different reasons. I love them all. And we have 5 kids, so and my wife is home at track meets and dances, and I get to play with Broncos. So thank you, honey, if you're watching. Chelsea, you're awesome.
That's awesome. Well, this thing, it really is beautiful. And what is your favorite upgrade with this, and kind of what's the thing that you're like, oh, I love this?
Beyond the obvious stripes, the interior. I think the seats did the biggest thing to the truck.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jake.
Okay, tell us about the stripes. Why do you say Montana stripes?
Well, everybody looks at these stripes and they go freewheeling stripes, right? But they have the freewheeling look, especially of what the pickups did. But it was when I was building one of the first second gens that I had, I changed the color on it. So when I changed the color on it, I'm like, I can't put freewheeling stripes on it because it wouldn't be true to the truck, but I'm like, I want stripes. So we just kind of changed them a little bit, and we call them the Montana Sunset Stripes, and that's kind of where it's went. So
nice. That's awesome. Well, guys, thank you so much. Thanks for talking to us a little bit.
Thank you.
You have a beautiful Bronco. I love it. All right, moving right along here, Mr. Sir, what is your name?
Name is Anthony Parigi.
This is Anthony Parigi, and what year is your Bronco?
This is obviously a heavily modified 67 Ford Bronco. I, as well as this gentleman over here, have 40-inch stickies on it. It's just basically an off-road king, as you see. This is 67, sir.
Nice. This is just a beautiful Bronco. I feel like it so represents like the classic look, the classic feel. Like when I think of an original Bronco, this is what I see in my mind, and it's just so beautiful. What do you say is your favorite part of this Bronco?
Just basically the originality. I had a good friend of mine, I don't know if you know him, John Melton.
Oh.
Yeah. He runs this YouTube channel called Nashville Early Bronco. And I had him run the numbers on the kick panel just before I bought the Bronco to see how factored it is. And the gentleman that had it before me restored it about 10 years ago, restored it to factory specs. I mean, it's got the bench seat, the color, and everything. And but I just like the originality of the Bronco. I can't bring myself to cut anything like this, and I admire all the beautiful Broncos out here that are cut, not cut, but for something this original, I couldn't cut it, and I just like the originality of it. Yes, sir.
I know, it's so cool. Like, you see this, pristine 67, then Drew's, sitting on 40-inch stickies. Like, the difference of the two, but yet they're both Broncos. They both have, their appeal. They both have just, you want to get in both of them and just take them both for a drive. Like, I want to see, I want to cruise down the street in this with, the windows open, but I also want to climb over some amazing rocks and that thing and just, take it down a trail. And then I want to go hop in Spencer's and go through the whoops at 70 miles an hour. Like, it's so cool how, just through the years, Bronco has become something that really is for everyone. Like there's something for everyone with every Bronco, in every Bronco. Anthony, your Bronco is beautiful.
You're beautiful, sir.
Yes, we all know. So that's the obvious.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for being here. All right, here we go. Coming down. How are you, sir?
Hi, John. How you doing today?
Now, what's your name?
Keith Jones.
Keith, Keith's Bronco is the one behind me. I think this is super unique because, what year is it?
1976.
76, and we all know this, or we should. What color is this Bronco?
This Bronco is boxwood green.
Boxwood green. Now you might be looking at this going, this is not boxwood green. And that's what I think is so unique, is it is boxwood green, but what did you do different?
What I did different was I did a black primer. And I also did put a little tint of deeper green in the DuPont mix.
I think that's so cool. I mean, boxwood green is obviously like the popular color right now. With the Broncos, there's a ton that have been doing boxwood green, and it's it's kind of turning into the Brittany blue, I would say. But I love it. It's such a beautiful color, and I love that just those small little hints, because you look at it and you go, oh yeah, that's boxwood green, right? It's like you pause for a second.
Well, and here's the other thing about it. So everybody out here, I am not a professional. This is what I call the YouTube Bronco. I have never painted a car before in my life till this one, and everything else I did on it, I learned from John. So yeah, it's very interesting. The number one question I got over the last 3 days, John, was, what color is that? I love that color. And I'm like, well, I just asked them to change a little this and that, and if you watch YouTube, you can see if you do black primer, it makes it a little darker. So that's how it came about.
That's awesome. Now, you said you've been doing a lot to this. What all have you done? Or sometimes it's more helpful to think, what haven't I messed with yet? Yeah, some of your favorite things that you've done.
Well, you know, I'm just like everybody else. The same story is I started working on one little thing and found the rust, and then I went to the next thing and the next thing, and it exploded from there. So it came off the East Coast. It was very rusty. All new rockers, all new pillars, the lower and upper quarter panels. I did do my tailgate. I had to cut out a lot of metal. Obviously, the people that have done that. But got the drivetrain, the brakes working, things like that first off, and then tackled the body. And the next thing I'm looking to do probably is look with James Duff and a Heim on the front end. And that's it, John.
Keith, tell me, you know, we're here at the Bronco Super Celebration. We have, you know, been at this event now for a couple days. It hasn't been the best weather. It's been the coldest one that I've been to. But what is it like for someone who's never been here? You know, people watching. What is it? What's so special about this event?
You know, I think it's just the all-American family environment this year. I mean, you got kids here, old folks, middle-aged, young folks. You know, people that like fooling with their hands a little bit. They're just interested in basic things and relaxing.
Okay, final Bronco of the night. We've got, sir, what's your name?
Rob Matthews.
Rob Matthews, and what is the name of the Bronco that is behind us?
It's Peaches. I'm sorry, it's Patches.
This is a beautiful, what year is your Bronco?
It's a 1975.
1975. So the first year that I came, probably 6-7 years ago now, I saw Patches. I took a bunch of pictures of it. I thought, this is the most beautiful Bronco I've ever seen. I didn't even own my Bronco yet. I think I had my 66 at the time and was trying to just get ideas of what I wanted mine to look like. And I was like, I want it to look like this. So I've had Rob on the channel a bunch. I think we've done 2 videos with Rob. But tell me a little bit about what you've done to Patches.
Everything. So it's the original flat tappet 302 motor in the truck. I took the 2-barrel carb off. I put a Holley Sniper on. It's got 513 gears in it. It's on the 35 12.5-inch pit bull rocker. I've got lunchbox lockers front and rear, and I built it to go wherever I want to go. It's a mobile home.
Nice. Yeah, this thing is super cool. When you look on the inside, like, they've taken a ton of trips, him and his wife Amanda, and put stickers all over the roof of all these places that they've been to and had wonderful adult beverages at. And, you know, just when you're riding in it, he's given me a bunch of rides. When you're riding in it, it rides beautifully. The brakes work really well. I was filming with him, and he's like, yeah, my brakes work really well. And he just smashes them. And I almost went through the windshield. And so it was an amazing moment. I was like, I hate you.
Manual.
Yeah, and manual. Yeah, not even power brakes. Like, he's just fine-tuned these things. And so it's a lot of fun. Now, you have good news and bad news. What's the good news?
The good news is I have a fair amount of money in my bank account.
And what's the bad news?
Nobody here will ever see this truck again.
Aww. Come and give it a hug, give it some love, show it some love. Yeah, this is moving on to a new home, and it is going to be very sad to see it go. But I'm excited because, you know, when you got someone like Rob in the community, this isn't going to be the best truck that he's had. Like, you're going to see the next Bronco and you're going to be like, oh my gosh, that's my new favorite. There's going to be another young John Melton roaming the Bronco show field and see the work that Rob has done and say, I'm going to make my YouTube channel truck look like that one. It doesn't look anything like it, but you know what I'm saying. So
you're setting the bar awful high for round 2.
It's got to be epic. It's got to be epic. Now, you also have new one pre-ordered, correct?
I do. You're going to ask me what model it is and what color it is and what interior it has. So I'll go backwards.
Yep.
So that I can remember what model. It's got a Lux package. It is a 4-door. it is Velocity Blue, and it is an Outer Banks. Man, I nailed that.
Nailed it. Very nice. How many of you guys have your Bronco pre-ordered? Show of hands. A little woot woot.
Yep.
Yep. That's pretty awesome. Well, cool. Very cool. It's going to be fun. Definitely. Okay, wait. You've been to a lot of Super Celebrations. What is it that you keep coming back for?
It's a dog-friendly event. And I like 99.2% of the people here. Like, the people here are awesome.
It's true. It is true. The people here are awesome. It's a lot of fun. And you get this kind of, like Rob and I would have never met. We would never would have hung out, but
I still would have watched your channel.
Yeah. But it's these kind of events that just bring people together and allows you to just see the other Broncos, meet people on the forums, meet people who are trying to do the same thing that you're trying to do. And what?
You know what I've heard? The worst thing that I've heard on Facebook, on the forums, Classic Broncos, or on the Bronco Nation forum, and they go, I don't have my Bronco yet. It's not ready. I can't go. That is the absolute dumbest thing that you could possibly do. I mean, it's not ready. You do not need a Bronco to come here at all.
No. If you need inspiration for your build, you need to be here. If you need to find parts, you need to be here. If you need to just get that Bronco fix, from seeing other people's rigs, you need to be here. If you need knowledge for real, so when, I was telling some people, my Bronco broke down. This is the best place for my Bronco to break down, because it's people are coming out of the woodworks hey man, I saw your Bronco wasn't running. It's just everyone is coming from everywhere, and John Parigi's a great example of that. He just came over and he said, hey, if you need my help or not, I'm just going to hang out here. I was like, that is awesome. I so appreciate that. So it really is. It's a great event, great people. Give a round of applause to everyone. Thank you for showing off your Bronco. Thank you guys so much for being here. We'll put out this video at some point tomorrow. We'll put out a recap video of just give it up for Jacob, my camera guy here. He's been working hard trying to get some good footage, and we've had a lot of fun. We've done a lot of fun things. Again, one more round of applause for Bronco Nation for letting us be here. And if you are a Bronco Nation member, make sure to be here about 6:30, and we're going to hang out some more. If you are at 6 o'clock, the Bronco Olympics, I believe it is, someone came up and told me, is happening in the back field back here. So if you are waiting for the Bronco Olympics, that's going to be happening at 6 o'clock. I'm hoping that tomorrow is still a beautiful day and that we can have some clear skies, have some fun driving through the Smoky Mountains. And one more, give it up for Tom Broberg and his wife Donna, who put on this event. They work so hard to put on this event, to get all this figured out, and to get everyone out here. So they're not here, I don't see them, but give a round of applause for Tom and his wife Donna. We really appreciate them and all that they do for the Bronco community. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. We'll see you later.